So today, as you can tell on the screen, I'm dealing with some sore shins, and so I thought it would make it difficult to squat today, and it didn't make it so difficult. It was just mentally uncomfortable for me to force myself to push through the soreness. But one thing I've learned about soreness is that soreness is a result of a weak or tightened muscle, and usually it's tightened because it's weak. But anyways, when you rest a weak and underdeveloped muscle just because it's tight and sore, it does nothing to actually help that muscle progress and develop. The only thing that will help your muscles grow is tension and contraction, and this contraction increases blood flow in to the muscle, I guess, to the area of the muscle, and the blood will always bring nutrition, will always bring construction materials, we'll say, to help rebuild the area that's affected. So I've been playing lots of volleyball recently, and it's something I haven't done in a while. I haven't even played really. I haven't really done much athletic stuff since I've been home from my mission. I've mostly been focused on strength training, functionality, and movements and stuff like that. But in terms of explosive power, I have not yet tried to train that. So I know. Sorry, the audio cut out. So, on top of that, I have a broken toe, and I've been wearing this boot, and I have to walk on it a little bit differently than I normally do. And what I've noticed is that it's put disproportionate strain on certain parts of my body, and so my knees have been affected. So, even before, without how do you say that? Notwithstanding the lack of athletic training and my lack of explosive endurance and all that stuff. I've been walking funny, and so that's kind of affected how I balance on my knees, and my knees have been taking extra pressure, I think. And then all of a sudden I start playing volleyball, and I noticed that it's not, I don't even feel it in the muscles on my shin. It's more like to the bone, and that's kind of worrying me, but it hasn't produced any sharp pain. It still feels like a soreness. Maybe it's just affecting the deepest layer of tissue on my shins. But regardless of what it is, I know that it's going to prevent a full maximum effort from my squatting combined with my broken toe. But the point I wanted to get across today in the gym is that doing something is always better than doing nothing. And especially when that something revolves around 80%, like let's say 60 to 80% of your maximum capacity. If you can do that frequently throughout the week, you will get stronger no matter what. The rate of progression depends on like how well you balance your intensity with volume, with frequency, and all that stuff. If you find a good balance, you'll get strong fast. Even if you are improperly balanced, like let's say you don't squat so intensely, but you do squat every single day, you might not get as many results as you would if you increase the intensity a little bit. But you will get results over time. It's just how your body works. Your body works to adapt and to respond to challenges. And so, for anyone listening, if you're wondering, like it's not about what you want, right? It's about what you need. And I wanted to transition into this idea I've been kind of studying personally in my life. Is that there's three different levels to life. Three different levels of attainability in terms of your quality of living. First one is survival. The next one is comfort, and then the next one after that, the last one is to thrive, or like an optimal living condition. And so most of us are stuck between survival and comfort. How many people can honestly say they're perfectly comfortable in their own bodies and that they don't ever have to worry about like their basic health? Survival is not so much concerned with health as it is just living, like existing. But in order to attain that level of comfortability, one of the most basic requirements is strength. And so obviously there's other factors like mental and emotional health, well-being, like fitness in all regards, like being able to successfully reproduce. All these things attribute to comfortability. And then if you're able to hone in on everything and improve your health and your competence, if you're able to improve that to the highest level, it makes you basically an apex in your environment. You're able to thrive and not have any worries. But yet most of us are still struggling to get past survival and move on to comfortability. The only thing I will say is consistency, frequency. It's not about what you want. It's not about how you're feeling. It's not about what's happened in the past. It's about what you choose to do today. And so one thought that motivates me, one thing too is anger. Like, if you're able to be angry at your situation, don't be angry at people who haven't really, like that. People don't really affect you as much as you think you do. It's like your environment, your circumstances, and how you choose to respond that affects you the most. So look at your environment. If you're not happy with what you have, with what's available to you, you're allowed to be angry. You're allowed to be mad enough to decide to change it. And then past that, here's another thought that gets me motivated and inspired, is thinking that I've had an ancestor that has lived through every single major world event since the beginning of time. Every single like thing you can imagine that has happened in history, I had an ancestor who survived and who fought and clawed their way through just so that they could reproduce and have children, and then would allow for me to be able to live right now when I'm living. And the fact of the matter is this: in this day and age, I have most of the things I have or that just exist in this time period are things that people in the past centuries could never even have imagined, and it's something that they couldn't even have fathomed. And yet, like, I have running water flowing through my house, which is something that people would have had to either walk for great distances, or dig like huge ditches, or do something to get water just to be near their living situation. I get to have running water flowing through my house. So if that doesn't motivate you and inspire you to want to make something of yourself, knowing that you have ancestors who have fought and have cheated death basically to get you to where you are, and you're not taking full advantage of your environment, there's certain things that need to be done regardless of how you feel. You're not required to live to the 100% fullest extent of life, but to not even be comfortable in your own body is kind of a disgrace, and it's a dishonor to people who have lived and died before you. So that's all I wanted to share today. I'm out of time, obviously. I think I need to be doing longer workouts, I guess, if I want more footage. But taking my time, going at my own pace, I recommend everyone just do something. And like I said, work up to that 60 to 80% range of your max capacity so you can build strength. But anyways, thanks for listening. Hope you guys have a great day.